everyone, it's Mike Burge from realestatetechschool.com, and in this video we're going to talk about utilizing Facebook to get your leads in your database to call you. Many times we talk about Facebook for building our database through lead generation, but in this lesson we're going to talk about using Facebook in order to nurture the leads that we already have through a Facebook custom audience. Now, one of the strengths of Facebook is its ability to narrow the audience. And since Facebook already has a lot of information about its users, we can utilize that information to better target potential clients. In this case, though, we're going to build a custom audience based on people that are already in our database. We have their names and email addresses and phone numbers already. By utilizing that information, we can directly target our current database to come back and look at our website again, or possibly trigger a phone call to our office. When marketing to leads that we already have, you should never send them back to the landing page to recapture their information. You should always have a higher purpose in mind. The higher purpose could include getting them to call us, or getting them to come to an open house, or intriguing them in some way to raise their hand and say, yes, I'm thinking of buying or selling a house soon. Now, we're going to go over to the computer and I'm going to walk you through this step-by-step process of how you create a custom audience from your database and upload it into Facebook. We'll be using our contact management system of choice, Wise Agent. So I'll see you over at the computer. So here we are back over at the computer, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to export our list from our Wise Agent contact management system. Whatever contact management system you're currently using, you can also export it. It's a very easy process, but we use Wise Agent, so this is how we do it in this contact management system. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Contacts and go to Import and Export. When I click that, it's going to bring up several different options of how I can import contacts or export. So for this, in building a custom Facebook audience, we're going to click on Export, and we're going to use a normal Wise Agent export to a CSV file, or a comma separated value file. So by clicking the export button, it's going to give us a lot of different options here. So what I highly recommend is that we break down our export list into buyers and sellers so that we can give them the exact message that they need to hear. For a seller, it would not be prudent to send them a list of homes, and for a buyer, it wouldn't be prudent to ask them if they want to get a home value. So let's break it up into separate categories. So by dropping down the category button, I can choose what category I want. So let's choose buyers, and I want all the different sources. I want all the records in from all different teams. So I'll click go, and this will change my 12 buyers into 8 buyers. So now I have my full list of all the people that I want to download. I click this button here, this little checkbox, and it'll choose all of them, and I can export the selected contacts. Notice my export came up at the bottom, so I can click on this to show what it looks like. This is what the comma separated value looks like. It has all their information in, first name, last name, phone numbers, as well as email addresses. So we can use all that in order to target them on Facebook. Now that we have our database exported, now it's time to go over to Facebook and import them in. So let's go back to the computer and take a look at how we put all of that information now into Facebook. Now that we've exported our contacts that we're going to import into Facebook, we'll go over to Facebook and our Ads Manager. If you haven't set up your Ads Manager account, I highly recommend that you look up our video on making a business account for Facebook, and you'll notice that it is business.facebook.com and our Ads Manager. So I'm here at my Ads Manager, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the hamburger up here at the top. They call these 3 lines a hamburger for obvious reasons. It looks kind of like a hamburger. And I'm going to click that, and I'm going to ask for all tools. It's going to open up this big menu for me, and if I click Audiences, from here I'll be able to set up a new custom audience. Since this is the first time I've used audiences, what I want to do is I want to create a brand new audience of our custom list. So right here, it asked me to create a custom audience. So as I click through that, it's going to ask me what kind of audience I want to create. And we're doing it from a customer file. An LTV is a lifetime value of a client, and these do not have that LTV in it. So we want to upload a file that does not include the LTV. If you're using MailChimp and you've exported, you can import them directly from MailChimp, but right now we're going from our contact management system, so we're going to upload the file here. It's going to ask us to prepare our customer data file. So we have already done that when we exported from Wise Agent. So now we just need to add our file. The original data source, they want to know where the data has come from. And we've gotten ours directly from the customers. We haven't bought our lists anywhere or anything like that. We've got it directly from our customers. And from here, we can upload our file. Now I have my file all set up in here to upload. I'm going to name my audience. So for this one, it will be buyers. And I also want to put the date that I've uploaded it. So for us, we are uploading this in April. So we'll click next. And now we need to map out our data. So what we want to do is compare the data that we have given to what Facebook is looking for. So this one is the first names. So I can drop this down and choose first name. When I get the green check mark, I know that it's right. All the yellow ones mean that we need to figure it out or just leave it blank so that it doesn't matter. This one is a last name. So I will go down and click last name. Company, they don't need to know. Job title, they don't need to know. Home cities, some of the stuff you can add, but it doesn't really make as much of a difference as the important ones, which is email address. Another one they can search for is business phone. In order to get the business phone to work correctly, it's got to be in the proper format, which includes a country code. For United States, it is a 1 first, then the area code, then the exchange, then the number. And in our downloads, most of them do not include the country code. So if you want to add the country code and make it work perfectly with the phone numbers, that is fine. Or we can just continue to go down and go by the email address. Facebook has already recognized that these are email addresses, so we'll drop it. Automatically has matched them up. Another thing to do is you can take your spouse's email addresses and go and click email as well. I will get an error because this is an empty row. I don't have any spouse email addresses. So you can do multiple emails for one upload. It doesn't seem like I have any other information that I want to add, so I will click Upload and Create, and it'll start to create my audience, and here it is, my custom audience is made. The size isn't ready yet because it's still figuring out all the people that I just uploaded, but my custom audience is ready to use, and here are my buyers. So what we'll do is go through this process again for sellers, and now you'll notice that that opening screen isn't here anymore. So what I'll do is I will click on the Create Custom Audience, create an audience, and create a custom audience, and then I can go through the process again with my seller list that I've exported from my contact management system. And that's how you build a custom audience in Facebook. Now I can start to run ads to these people directly, and I am targeting the people from my database in order to nurture them along in the process. So that's it. You've made your first custom audience in Facebook. Here are some ideas for more custom audiences. Number 1, buyers you've not been able to reach. Whether you had a bad phone number or just a no answer, use this audience to try to get them to call you. Sellers you haven't been able to reach, same idea, try to get them to call you. Past clients, target them with ads that may get them to refer you. Sellers that you have reached, but they're not ready yet. You can target them with sold homes or testimonials and make them feel like you're a marketing genius. Maybe buyers that you've reached but aren't ready yet either. Target them with just listed homes, 10 best buy lists, so that if their time frame may change, they'll give you a call. If you can think of any other custom audiences that we may be able to target through Facebook campaigns, make sure that you leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. To make sure you don't miss out on any of the videos, please click the subscribe button now. And for more free lessons for real estate agents looking to master technology in their business, check us out at realestatetechschool.com.